Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsten Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to Episode 108, How to Love Better. Since Valentine's Day is in a few days, I wanted to focus on love today. I know I've done a few episodes on love, most recently episode 100 with 100 ways to show love, also episode 56, which is self-love. But today I want to focus specifically on how to love better. Lao Tzu said, being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Isn't that beautiful and true? Almost 27 years ago, I met my husband, Daniel. It was basically a prearranged marriage. Our parents knew each other really well and loved each other when they were in grad school. I will never forget answering the phone when Daniel's mom called my mom to have my parents invite Daniel over for dinner. So Daniel happened to live a half hour away and super close to my grandmother who had Alzheimer's. So I went to pick him up for the dinner that our parents had arranged. And I asked him if he was okay with stopping at my grandmother's, that I needed to run in and he could come in with me or he could stay in the car. Of course, he said, I'll come in. So my grandmother was to the point where she didn't speak anymore. She did this kind of turkey talk, we called it. It was like a bunch of gobbledygook, I guess. So imagine my shock and surprise when she said super clearly, "Isn't it wonderful that you found the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with?" I was so mortified. We left. I was very quick to apologize. I said, she isn't lucid. I didn't even know what to think, right? But just a few weeks later, we visited her again, this time on Daniel's 25th birthday. And she spoke again. And she said, "Isn't it wonderful you found the person you're going to spend the rest of your birthdays with? I know what it's like to love someone for over 50 years. That was it for me. I already loved him, but that was when I knew Daniel was the guy for me. Love isn't concrete. It's ephemeral. We can't really define it or hold it in our hands, yet it's essential for emotional health and physical health. Research proves that love increases your life expectancy, keeps your heart healthy, lowers your blood pressure, decreases anxiety, eases stress, combats depression, boosts your immune system, helps manage pain, supports gut health, and improves sleep. Those benefits don't include all of the unfathomable things about love that we can't even describe, right? Clearly, love is worth it. So, here are some ways to love better. Number 1, love is a choice. Remember, love is not an emotion, it's an action, it's a commitment. Every day I wake up, I choose my husband over and over again. I choose to love my kids. I choose to love myself and my friends and my colleagues and my neighbors and the people I meet on the street. Choosing to love my people frees me to fully embrace myself and others. Committing to love is the first step in loving better. Number 2, replace fear with love. Do you ever notice yourself worrying about your loved ones and perseverating on that worry? Maybe someone you love isn't making the choices you want them to make. Maybe you feel like you know exactly what they should be doing and they aren't listening to you. Stop right there. Delete those thoughts. Fear is not love. When you find yourself more fearful than loving, stop. Fear drives away love. Ask yourself, what would love do in this situation? When I am my most loving, how do I feel? How can I replace my fear with love? Or how can I love the fear away? Number 3, invest time. Spending time thinking about someone, doing things for them, and actually being with your loved ones is essential for loving better. That means turn off the internet, put down your phone, and really spend some quality time together. Plan a picnic. Go to a museum, read a book together, or play a board game. It doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you're doing it together. Number 4, say I love you. When I first got married, we decided we would never leave the house or say goodbye without saying I love you. This is something we do with our kids also. And so every time they leave the house and yell, "Goodbye, I love you," my heart swells. It makes me so happy, even though it's a habit and I hear it all the time, right? Also, every time I have a conversation with my college kids, we end the conversation with "I love you." Saying "I love you" is a good way to get your brain into the loving better mode. It reminds you, right? Number 5, leave notes. This isn't for everyone, but I loved getting notes in my lunch when my mom made me lunch as a kid. I leave notes in the shower for my husband. I've left sticky notes for all of my kids at different times. And I love sending handwritten cards or heartfelt texts to people. Sometimes our written expression of love lands at exactly the time someone needs it. And if they're already having a great day, a little expression of love makes that day even better, right? Number 6, be grateful for the thoughtful things your loved ones do for you. Notice when someone makes your bed or does something else you might usually do. Appreciate the thoughtfulness of the people you love and acknowledge it by thanking them. This is an intentional, really easy way to love better. Number 7, be supportive. Embrace your loved one's dreams. Support them in their goals. And I would say this goes for you too. Support your dreams. Support your goals. So when you're supporting someone else, know that they need to spend time with their brothers or their old college friends. Support time away at retreats or workshops. And do that for yourself also. Show love for yourself by doing that. This time away will only increase your ability to expand your discussions and connection with the person that you love and with yourself. Number 8, embrace the imperfections, yours and theirs. Your loved ones are going to annoy you, and you're going to annoy them. You need to take the good with the bad. Find a way to see your loved one's potentially annoying habits or quirks as endearing. Also try to find your annoying habits as endearing. According to Jeff Auerbach, PhD, in his book, Irritating the Ones You Love, he writes, "We may not be able to change who we fundamentally are, but we can do the best that's possible with what we have." Number 9, avoid criticism. How do you feel when you're put down? Does it help you become better, or do you feel defensive? Loving better involves empathy and compassion and understanding why someone does what they do. Putting someone down doesn't help someone change, but it does distance you from each other. So when you feel like criticizing, stop and really make sure this is something that needs to be said. If it's something you really can't live with, say whatever you say with love and understanding. We can't criticize someone into changing. We can't love someone into changing either, but it's definitely more nourishing and a better way to love if we love unconditionally. Number 10, be spontaneous. Psychologists say to focus on novelty, variety, and surprise. Research shows that after weeks of interesting dates, married participants rekindled their love and the couples felt closer. Number 11, be curious. Ask questions. Listen to your loved one's answers. Let go of assumptions about the people you love. Knowing your loved one is a dynamic, evolving person helps us embrace a sense of wonder and awe for them. This is a powerful way to connect and to love better. Number 12, share a memory. When you say to someone, "Remember that time we drove across the country and back and decided to stop driving at 99 hours, even though it would have been really cool to make it to 100 hours of driving?" Or, "Remember the time we got stranded on an island with 5 kids and no shelter or food?" Telling stories is a wonderful way to remember shared times together, to laugh about a series of unfortunate events, and to remember pulling together. Anytime you want to feel closer to someone, sharing a good memory pulls you back into that time and headspace. So, as we're nearing Valentine's Day, I challenge you to love better and do some of the things we've explored today. And perhaps tell your loved ones 3 things you love about them. It will only make them feel better loved. Know that the fact that you're listening to this podcast makes me feel better loved. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to kirstencall.com. That's KIRSTINECALL.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsten Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.